Yo, what's up guys? My name is XMighty and today we're playing some team deathmatch on Slums, playing with the MSMC, and what I wanted to talk about today is the class setups that you really want to use in this game. So we're gonna split this in a few episodes where I'm going to upload a video like once a week or maybe twice a week telling you guys how to play with certain class setups. Now today the SMGs. Now the submachine gun that you really want to use is the MSMC. Now why the MSMC? Because this is one of the strongest guns in its category, along with the PDW and the MP7. Now but why choose for the MSMC? Well, it shoots really fast, it almost doesn't really have any recoil, and I really love the iron sights of this gun. So that's basically why I go for the MSMC. Now you want to use it with a suppressor and fast max. Now why suppressor and fast max? Now suppressor because you don't show up on the radar, which is pretty obvious though, because you don't want to show up on the radar. You want to remain silent. And why? I mean, like, why is it so important to keep silent? And that's because you want to go into the enemy spawns at all time with this class. It's a rush class. You want to go behind enemy lines and kill them from behind, because that's why you got the most chance in killing an enemy, and that's from behind. Unless you're such a noob and you shoot and you run out of ammo and the enemy will do a turn on you. That's pretty bad though. So as the perks and the equipment, I'm not using any equipment. I'm also not using a secondary, I'm using the combat knife. And that's because I can use two wild cards with this combination, and I'm using the perk 1 greed and the perk 2 greed. Now for the perk 1 greed I'm using blind eye along with hardline. Now hardline so I can get my score streaks quicker, which is pretty obvious. Now blind eye because, well, I like to remain really silent, so blind eye will really help me with, staying silent, also for enemy air support. Now, as perk 2 greed, I'm using hardwired and cold-blooded. Now, hardwired is really important to use along with the orbital VSAT, which I'm also using. No, wait, I'm not using it in this game, but normally I am always using it. Now, what hardwired does is, once the enemy gets a counter UAV or an EMP, it doesn't affect you. Now, what if you have an orbital VSAT and the enemy calls in a counter UAV? The VSAT didn't do anything, so that's where you want to use hardwired. It's really important to use. Now cold-blooded because I don't want those LMG target finder noobs to find me on their target finder. What it also does is will keep you away from dual band and the millimeter scanner, which you don't see very often, but still it's really important to use. And now for perk 3, this is the most important perk that you want to use. Engineer. Why? Because this game is full of bouncing baddies and shock charges. Now what this does is it makes enemy equipment glow red, even through walls, and that is really important to use it, because well, I already explained it. I mean, like, the game is full of shock charges and bouncing baddies. Now it's also pretty handy because once you shoot at an equipment you get score streaks, and those will help you along your score streaks. So every time you shoot a shock charge or a bouncing baddie, it will give you 50 points. And 50 points is a lot, because most of the time you see one bouncing baddie and 2 shock charges at the same place. Now that's still another 150 points more, right? So it's really important to use it. Now as score streaks, the combination that I'm using in this game is the lightning strike, the lodestar and the VTOL warship, and that's basically only because I haven't unlocked the high level score streaks. Once you get into a high level, I suggest you use the orbital VSAT, the K9 unit and the swarms. Now if you are a bad player, I would suggest using the UAV, the stealth chopper and the orbital VSAT. Those are the most important score streaks that you want to use. You want to never use your Warthog, because Warthog is useless. It's basically the same as a stealth bomber in Modern Warfare 3, only, it just doesn't work. It's just trash. You also never ever want to use an attack helicopter, because that thing just does nothing. I'd rather use a stealth chopper. So yeah, that's basically the tips that I have for you guys today. Also keep in mind that you stay at a object at all the time to remain in cover. You see me doing this the whole game. I'm making it almost impossible for the enemy to kill me by taking cover all the time. See, wait, I'm just giving you guys a couple of examples here. You see? Oh wait, the game is over. Sorry. So hey guys, 47 kills, 1 death, basically telling you guys what the best SMG class setup is. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, rate and subscribe for more. And maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow I'm going to upload the assault rifle class setup. So hey guys, I'm out. Bye.